Thank you. Now, when it comes to life decisions, many of us consult our friends, our families, weighing up the pros and cons, or just simply go with your gut instinct.
Yeah, but have you ever thought about reading your horoscope? Well, Susannah Gill and Kristy Lomas say that they live their lives by their horoscopes and won't decide on anything from a romantic partner to a haircut without the stars being aligned in their favour.
Well, Susannah and Kristy join us to explain more. Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Morning. It's lovely to see you.
Listen, how did you guys meet and where do birth charts come into this and why is it so important for you?
Well, we met online on Instagram. So Kristy has a Kiwi tree and was having a circle for women, wasn't it? And then I thought, oh, that sounds interesting. So I messaged her, and I don't know why, but I just happened to say to her, oh, I do astrology, in case that might help. And she was like, oh, I want you to join. Definitely. So then I ended up doing lives on Facebook to people every month about the astro weather and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's gone from there, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's kind of what we were saying then. Kind of COVID at that time, you know, everything had to kind of be taken online and things like that. We're looking at a way to kind of like adapt and still be able to kind of reach our customers and clients and things like that. And as Sue said, the rest's kind of history, really. So.
And Kristy, I'll be honest with you, I actually do this in relationships. So if I ever meet someone, I will look at what star sign they were, if we're compatible. If we're not compatible, I'm like, oh, see you later. I'm not even going to go there. But you actually do this for every aspect of your life, your business. Tell me a bit about that.
So, kind of growing up, I've sort of always grown up sort of very spiritual family, healing, holistics, that sort of thing. And getting back into it, it's kind of, I was, as all children are, like, you know, when you kind of, like you're saying before, like you read your horoscopes and things like this. And it wasn't until, I'll be really honest, until I kind of met up with Suze that I realised, and she did my chart for me, my birth plan and things, of how in-depth it actually is. So, like, it literally feels like somebody's sounds cheesy, but like bared your soul, and it's there on a piece of paper. So everything that I was doing in kind of my life. So in a previous job, I worked in travel, so I was cabin crew. So travel is really heavily in like my career and spirituality and all of this sorts of things are. And I kind of thought, well, if it's that in depth and it's described me sort of so well on paper, so to speak, how is that then, if I can kind of use the birth chart and my plan type thing to kind of live my life by it, surely that's going to kind of make things easier. So, yeah, with business, it's gone very well, so I kind of weave it in that way.
What's the difference between a horoscope then and a birth chart, and how can you apply a birth chart to your everyday life?
So a birth chart is essentially a photograph of the sky when you were born. So where the planet's positioned and the degrees, that is what creates your birth chart. So that's a circle. It's like a clock, imagine, and it's divided into 12 sections called, I call them pieces of pie. They're actually called houses, and every house represents something in your life. So that's when I can look at the areas of life. A horoscope is basically the planets today, looking at them and looking how it will affect an Aries or a Virgo or a Gemini. So it's more broad.
Yeah.
Your birth chart is personal to you, and you can do a horoscope that's personal to you through your birth chart, which resonates better with you than it would the general horoscope.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So how can you use this stuff, if you choose to live your life by? Like, what decisions are made by virtue of your birth chart?
Well, for example, so say you were looking for a job promotion or you wanted to ask for a pay rise, I would say, look into my chart and say, right, I need some really good aspects to my career area, midheaven, definitely my second house, because that's how I make my money. So I'm kind of looking at Jupiter and thinking, this is the planet of optimism and it expands everything it touches. So if Jupiter's going to make an alignment to my second house or the ruler of my second house, I've got a better chance, say, it shows me in September to apply for my promotion, than me just going to work and going, right, OK, I'm going to ask today, see if I can get a promotion. It gives you that extra... The stars are aligning yourself so you can follow your path better.
It's amazing. And was it your grandmother who introduced you to this, Susannah?
Well, she was into things like that, like witches and, you know, all that sort of thing. And so it fascinated me. And then she showed me what a horoscope was. And I was, oh, what's that? And we were the same sign. I wasn't happy being Sagittarius because I couldn't spell it, but never mind. So then I just... I'm going to be a Leo. So then as years went on, I ended up looking at newspapers with articles back then. Yeah. And I used to save them and read them and see whether they worked. And then I found a book in a bookshop one day and was like, oh, this is just, that's it, fascinating. So I took it home and did everyone's charts, and my family, my friends. None of them knew this. I was just nitpicking and getting all the dirt on everybody, basically. And I could see that there was patterns. So that piqued my interest, and I thought, actually, there's something in this. Otherwise, it wouldn't even interest me. Sagittarians get bored really quickly.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. So I've been doing it since I was 15, and I'm older now.
Does this ever impact on your life on a day-to-day basis? Like, can you make decisions that aren't based around?
Yeah, if you was cutting your hair or something, would you change the day?
If I was going to have a radical change and Venus was in retrograde, for example, there's a likelihood I would regret it when Venus starts to move forward again. If I was just going to have my regular hair, the same style, same trim, that sort of thing, that wouldn't be... But I wouldn't go and get a tattoo then.
I don't know with a tattoo. Yes, so I'm really, really spontaneous. I'm one of these types that I'll just go and do something, and there have been times when...
You've messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, all the stars are doing it, aren't they? Adele's doing it, Beyonce's doing it. When they're releasing an album, they do it. Have you got anything on us, me and Dermot?
Oh, yes.
Go on.
So I looked at your chart, and as for you, I knew there'd be some Leo in you because you're a big personality.
Have I got a bit of Leo?
You have.
Oh, my dad was a Leo.
Your rising sign, which is the first... When someone first meets you, that's what they see.
Yeah.
So it's Leo, so it's big, dramatic and showy. Hello, this is Alison. Then your sun sign is Aquarius, and your moon is in Sagittarius, right? So you've got this big heart.
Yeah.
The thing is, you give out that, but Aquarians have got a little bit aloof and detached, so you bring this barrier up and go, right.
True.
So everyone thinks that you'll just let them in.
Yeah,
but you don't. No.
The gates go up. What about Dermot?
Well, Dermot, OK, so you have a rising sign in Aquarius, but it's at the 29th degree called the anaretic degree. So it's like standing in the doorway of a room about to go into Pisces. So you might battle in your life, this life, what you're meant to be doing. Your sun is in Gemini, in the 3rd house, which is ruled by Mercury, which is planet of communication, so you're in the right job. You're an air sign as well, being Aquarius, both rule communication, so what you do, chatting. Also, the 3rd house, it's detail. You like Google.
That's so true!
And your moon is in Scorpio. That's really deep. If anyone wrongs you, you like that. That's it.
That is so true. She's got you down, isn't she?
No, it's you like the...
Stop reading our minds, you two. It's weirding me out. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for sharing your story. It's so good. Thank you so much.